Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, Foot2Rue season 5 ended a while ago, and honestly, I've been sitting on my thoughts for a bit. I figured it was finally time to get them out there. Now, full disclosure, I haven't rewatched it, and I'm probably not going to. So, this is all from memory, which means take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, let's dive in. So overall, I think season 5 was okay. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I wouldn't rank it high in the series. If I had to place it, I'd probably put it just above season 4. And look, I don't want to be too harsh, but season 4 was just a bit of a slog, honestly. And this is season 5. Something actually happened. Let's talk about the new character, Alpha. He's fine. I mean, I don't really get why other people are hyping him up so much, but hey, to each their own. Personally, I just didn't care for him that much. That said, I can acknowledge that he got decent development over the season, going from a reluctant ally who kind of dragged the team down to someone who actually became a genuine blue. His rivalry with Jeremy was a little tiring at times, but I'll give the writers credit, they did eventually wrap it up and had them come to good terms. So that's a positive, even if it felt like the rivalry overstayed its welcome a bit. Now, about the returning characters from Season 4, specifically the Blues. Okay, so Little Dragon was honestly pretty disappointing. I remember calling him Little Fraud while the season was airing, and I stand by that, unfortunately. He gets injured early on, episode 4, I think, and for most of the season, he's just complaining and whining, almost dragging the team down with his attitude. And he literally makes his new adopted sister cry? That just felt unnecessary. He comes off as such a jerk, and it almost feels like a mischaracterization of who he used to be. I already felt season 4 didn't do him justice, but season 5? Oof. I know the injury is supposed to explain his behavior, but still, it got old fast. At least his actions had consequences, with Kanna stepping in as the new captain, and while I wasn't the biggest fan of her throughout the season, I do feel bad for Dragon. He's supposed to be the tag, the main protagonist, but it really feels like the writers just don't know what to do with him anymore. Speaking of Kanny, she was fine. Not my favorite, but fine. She really leaned into the captain role, and honestly, she did a decent job. She had flaws, sure, but she handled things well enough. That said, I do wonder if she only looks good because Little Dragon was written so poorly in comparison. It kinda feels like they made him worse just to make her look better, and I'm not crazy about that writing choice. Then there's Frank. Oh man, I felt bad for him and frustrated with him at the same time. Watching him get bullied by Shooter was rough. And honestly, Shooter is just not a good antagonist to me. No matter how hard the writers try to push him, he doesn't even have a solid motivation. He's just a one-dimensional bully. And that's frustrating because previous seasons gave their antagonist more depth. Like, Ben was an antagonist in season 1 and actually got redeemed within that same season. Victoria had her whole arc across seasons 2 and 3, even if it did drag on a bit. Even Steven from season 4, but Shooter? He was annoying in season 4, and he's even worse here. At least in the end, Frank reports him and we don't see him again, but still, Frank kinda came off as a coward for taking so long to stand up to him. Bianca's storyline though, I actually thought that was pretty good. She finally meets her mother, which was surprising since we got a face reveal so early in the season, but it worked. Her conflict between her bio mom and adopted mom was interesting. Though I find it funny how Mrs. Wong had more of a relationship with Bianca this season than with her own biological son, Little Dragon. That said, I wasn't really feeling a relationship with Dragomir. It felt a bit forced, if I'm being honest. Like, this guy understands her more than Little Dragon, who she was super close with last season. It just didn't click for me. On the positive side, I did like that Frank got to confide in Bianca about being bullied, since she went through something similar in season 4. That was a sweet moment. Now, Jeremy. He's fine. Same old Jeremy, still hugging Street Tab like in seasons 2 and 3. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but hey, it's consistent. His whole dilemma about the future was decent enough, but I didn't love that he chose to become a coach. just didn't feel like the right fit for him. Overall, I don't have a ton to say about Jeremy or Connie. They were just kinda there.
Now let's talk about the new teams introduced this season. They're fine, I guess. I like some of those stereotypes, but the designs felt really generic. Like, a lot of them just had color coordinated shirts and pants, and that was it. So if the show didn't give them strong personalities or archetypes, they just kinda blended in. Compare that to some of the season 3 teams. They had way more memorable designs, even if they weren't central to the plot. Also, can we talk about the surfers? The ability not getting kicked out was honestly egregious. Like Shark Attack are total pushovers for letting that slide. The return of the old blues for one episode? Not impressive. The designs were rough, and the return felt kinda lame. Like a charity event, really? There were no meaningful moments beyond them catching up. The return of Gabriel, Samira, Eloise, and the Techno twins just didn't hit the way it should have. We got a few poke holes between Tag, Jeremy, and the old blues, but that wasn't enough. We didn't even get a proper scene between Samira and Jeremy, which is a shame. And speaking of Tag, he's back permanently as an organizer, but he barely feels present. He hates the surfers but does nothing about their fouls? It's like FIFA not checking VAR for obvious cheating, and we desperately needed more interaction between Tag and Little Dragon. That was a missed opportunity. Right side, the animation is way better than season 4, like 10 times more decent. It's less stiff and the lighting is improved, and you can really see it in the intro, which actually looks high quality. So credit where it's due. The Gomatic conflict though, I don't know, it felt way too kiddish. He just wants to stop the World Cup. In season 4, he was way more manipulative and cunning, and honestly, season 5 made his season 4 version look better by comparison.
So that was a bit of a letdown. Anyway, that's pretty much my take on season 5. It wasn't awful, but it definitely had its ups and downs. I'm curious to hear what you guys thought. Did you like Alpha? Were you as frustrated with Low Dragon as I was? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more rambles like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.